A Pentagon report is detailing a dramatic increase in UFO sightings, more than 350 since 2021. Many of them are explained as being drones, birds, or weather events, but about half of them remain unexplained.
And the office that tracks these sightings in restricted military airspace says that some, quote, require further analysis. That's an understatement. CNN space and defense correspondent Kristen Fisher has the details.
Videos of UFOs shown at this congressional hearing Tuesday seem straight out of a science fiction movie.
U.S. Navy personnel recorded what appears to be triangles, some flashing, recorded several years ago, off the coast of the United States.
But Pentagon officials told the committee the danger of unidentified aerial phenomena is very real for military aircraft and potentially national security.
Because UAPs pose potential flight safety and general security risk, we are committed to a focused effort to determine their origins.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
An intelligence report released last year counted 144 sightings of flying objects that U.S. officials couldn't identify.
Ooh, another UFO segment. That's crazy. You'd have to be crazy to believe that's possible. Really? Is it any crazier than what's coming out of, say, your average White House briefing? No, it really isn't. So with that in mind, a fascinating conference today about UFOs and nuclear weapons. It took place in Washington. At it, a U.S. Air Force captain called David Shindeli said he was part of an incident in which a UFO disabled 10 nuclear ICBM missiles. Here's part of what he said.
There has been a long history of UFO incidents and encounters, with much investigation of them from 1947 and even earlier. In September of 1966, I was the Minuteman ICBM Launch Control Officer and Deputy Commander of a launch crew stationed at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. I was involved in a UFO incident at that time where a flying object tampered with and took down a total of 10 nuclear-tipped ICBM missiles by rendering them unlaunchable.
Tom Rogan is one of the rare serious journalists, actual journalists, in Washington who's been on this story for years in a very rigorous way. He's a columnist now with the Washington Examiner. He was following the conference today. He joins us tonight for a recap. Tom, thanks a lot for coming on. So what did you learn today at this event?
Thanks, Tucker. Yeah, I think the key point here is that although these gentlemen have been telling their stories for a while, now they are doing it in a fashion where they can finally be taken seriously by more people. And
this report comes from a shadowy Pentagon department that was shut down in 2012. And the ailments listed after these experiences, as you say, the most common experience, by the way, is abduction. Then, I love the picture, then radiation burns, paralysis, brain damage, even sexual encounters. There was also a case cited of a commercial airline pilot who saw what he said was a very bright flying disc, and when he got home, he had a very bright red face, and he had that for 4 days, and they believe it was radiation burn. So how do you explain that? And that video on the screen right now, there's this video of like a tiny Tic Tac that's these Navy fighter jets are pursuing, and they just can't keep up with it. I don't know how you explain that, but this report does say that, you know, these encounters appear to be, to the people at least, very real, and that they believe that there is some sort of other intelligent or advanced system out there, and it's just not clear to us how they operate. In other words, as I said earlier, we are not alone.